Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another PlayStation 4 review. Well, I thought, seeing as we were given an early gift this week by PlayStation, the PlayStation Plus membership, we were given another free game. Now I think this game is meant to be added on to next month's June, so we'll probably only get one more game in June. But I think it's mainly because a lot of people were disappointed of the games that were offered this month. I actually didn't mind. So that we've got Call of Duty WW2 free this month. So I thought, well, ordinarily I wouldn't buy or play a Call of Duty game. That I'm just not into first-person shooters, number one, and multiplayer games, number two. It's not really my sort of thing. But I thought, well, it's free, so I'm going to download it and try it. And the WW2 theme is probably the main thing that interested me with this game. I don't play many Call of Duty games. I've played a couple of Battlefield games. I quite enjoyed Battlefield Hardline, even though that one wasn't very well received. But I like the the cop approach to that game. And years ago, I used to play a lot of Medal of Honor games when I was younger, certainly in the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 consoles. So I have played games like this in the past, and in those days Medal of Honor was king, if you like, and Call of Duty took over that mantle several years ago. So I was interested to try this game. Now, this review is coming from a complete rookie's perspective. Like I say, I'm not a veteran of Call of Duty. Anybody watching this review that is a veteran of Call of Duty, you might find what I have to say kind of trite, really. I don't know. But I'm not here to hate on this game at all. And in fact, quite the opposite. I'm actually quite enjoying my time in this game, to be perfectly honest. Now, I do remember when this was first released that the story mode, or the campaign, in Call of Duty WW2 got quite a bit of flack for being really over the top and too cinematic and all that kind of stuff, and lacking realism. And I kind of agree with all those points, but I'm not going to lie, I've had a blast in the campaign. It's like being in a Hollywood movie. It's superbly done. The graphics are incredible. Yeah, the storyline is like a Hollywood script, and the set pieces are very, very scripted and really over the top. But again, I don't mind that. I want a little bit of escapism when I play games like this. I don't necessarily want realism. So straight away, I must admit, I'm really enjoyed the campaign here in this game. I think it's nicely done, and I think it looks incredible, and the shooting, from my perspective as a rookie of first person shooters, is really on point, really fantastic, and the setting of World War II I think really makes it. I mean, the beginning of the game, it's D-Day, you know, the Normandy beach landings, and which has been done previously in Medal of Honor. And I remember playing, was it Medal of Honor Frontline, that game, where they did the same thing, the D-Day landings, and it was incredible. I remember loving that back. I think it was PlayStation 1, I might have been PlayStation 2. And this was another level. It was like being in Saving Private Ryan. It was very scripted, but really intense, and I really enjoyed it, and it was a fantastic introduction to the game. So I personally have no complaints with this campaign. I'm really enjoying it. I've almost finished the campaign. It's not very long. To a rookie like me, you'll probably get it, I don't know, completed certainly in less than 10 hours, I suspect. I kind of take my time with things like this. I don't rush through it because I'm not a veteran with these sort of games, and I die quite a lot. That's just the way it is. I'm not very good at Call of Duty. And then after that, with this game, you've got your multiplayer aspects of this game, Call of Duty. Now, like I say, I'm not really a big fan of multiplayer games, but I thought I would try it out so that I could give a more balanced review, I suppose. I didn't just want to review the campaign here, which I think is very good, I'm not going to lie. But the multiplayer thing, I've done about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer, of multiplayer matches. I'm not very good. I mean, I call games like this, and I have reviewed in the past Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, and I kind of laugh and call them death simulators, because that's all you do. You just bloody die constantly in those games. You're on the map for about 30 seconds, someone better than you kills you, and then you respawn, you're back in the map 30 seconds later someone better than you kills you, and unfortunately that's kind of what happens here. You do learn a little bit. Once you learn the layout of the maps and things, I played some death matches and a couple of other modes, and once you learn the maps and what it is you have to do, you do get a little bit better, and you do get a little bit more familiar about what you're going to do, and you do end up, killing a few bad guys. But all the matches that I played, I was certainly nowhere near the top of the leaderboard for those for those maps. I was much closer to the bottom. So again, take my assessment of the multiplayer maps and the modes with a pinch of salt, because I'm not a veteran of these games. But I'm not gonna lie, I was suitably impressed with what I played, and I found it entertaining. And not as frustrating as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was literally going to die constantly, over and over. And you die a lot. But it was a little bit more forgiving, I think, than certainly something like Battlefront, which I used to seem to die every 30 seconds on that game. And once you learn the maps and where all the places are to hide in these maps, on the multiplayer maps, you can kind of be a little bit more tactical. So I was kind of impressed. I'm not going to say I'm going to live on the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty. To be honest, I'm probably not. I'm going to finish the campaign, and then probably put another couple of hours into the multiplayer maps and the zombie mode, and then I'll probably uninstall the game, to be honest. But to say it's a free game, I've had my fun with this game. I'm not going to lie. So, from a complete noob's perspective of Call of Duty, I don't necessarily understand the hate that this kind of game received. Now, I understand the games like this, you've got your loot boxes, you've got the ways you can spend money in this game. I would, even if I loved this game and I decided I was going to keep it and play it to death, which I won't, I would never, ever spend any money in a game like this. So there's that aspect of these sort of games. Yes, there's money that there's your own money you can spend in it on loot boxes and all that kind of stuff, whatever you want to call them. I would never do that to give myself an advantage. Other people might choose to do that, but I don't remember that being the hate that this game got when it was released. It was more that people didn't necessarily like the campaign, and people weren't overly impressed with the game overall, and a bit disappointed. I think they were hoping more for a World War II themed Call of Duty game, but it's free. I'm playing it, I'm quite enjoying it. I think it looks and feels incredible. The gunplay is fantastic, and I'm having fun in this game. So from a news perspective, I think this, if any of you out there are not Call of Duty fans, and there's not many of us, and you're wondering, shall I download this and play it? It's free. Give it a go. You might actually have some fun with it. I am. I'm not regretting the download. So yeah, there's plenty that you can get from this game. So I'm going to give this a very, very solid 8 out of 10. It's not something I'm gonna waste countless hours on, but I've enjoyed my time in the game that I have put in it so far, and I will probably put a few more hours into it before I do end up uninstalling it. So there you go, Call of Duty fans, that's a noob's review, if you want to call me that, of Call of Duty World War II. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Of course, I'll see you back for more reviews on Screen Stars very, very soon.